going for Nancy, our host, and for everyone. I'm Lianne Ramos, and my dad is an immigrant from the Philippines. But he's not from any of the major cities, right? Like, Papa is from the Cuts. And because of this, my dad has no regard for any societal norms in America. So once, as a kid, I was digging around in the kitchen pantry, and I find an entire jar of snakes. So I'm shocked and dismayed by this development, so I go up to my dad, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this, Papa?" And my dad says to me, verbatim, "Lianne, that is my jar of pickled snakes. I consume them for power." And this answered about none of my questions. So I asked my dad, "Did you bring these from Asia? Like, are we legally allowed to have them in New Jersey?" And my dad, one woman's like, "Yes, we are allowed to have pickled snakes." And my dad is like, "Everything is legal when your luggage has a secret compartment." Well, damn, Papa just dropping some knowledge on us tonight. So my dad, right, like he's an immigrant, so English is not his first language. That's fine. But most of what he says is grammatically correct, but it sounds like a little bit awkward. I was on the phone with him, and my dad starts asking about my dating life, and he asks me, "Is there any gentleman who's courting you right now?" And I was like, "Papa, no. I'm actually not a noblewoman in the Imperial French court. Nobody is courting me. But I did have a gentleman send me a picture of his genitalia recently." Actually, it was a boomerang. And I am not referring to the shape. This gentleman had taken an endless video loop of his member, kind of just wagging around. Yeah, and I actually do say that to my dad because he's a little bit deaf. He can only catch like every fifth word anyways. And my dad just tells me, "Wow, okay, Lianne, have a good time with your gentleman caller at the boomerangs." So, speaking of dating, I have a lot of guy friends who always tell me, "Ooh, I don't date crazy girls. I can't deal with their drama." And I beg to differ. Because I have done all kinds of crazy things while dating dudes, and I've never been broken up with for any of them. Once I was in this blowout fight with this guy that I was dating, and he was texting me, calling me, so finally I pick up, and he's on the other line apologizing profusely. And I interrupt him, and I tell him, "I don't want your apology. I want you to not fuck up in the first place." And that's not even a joke. This is a real thing that I said to a guy that I was dating. Another really cute thing that I'll do is I will tell my friends that my exes have straight up died. I was hanging out with a friend of a friend, and I was telling her a story about my half-Japanese ex. And after I say his name, I go, "R.I.P. Seiji." And she was like, "I'm so sorry, Lianne. I had no idea that Seiji passed away." And I was like, "Rebecca, don't be fucking dramatic. Seiji's not dead, right? Like, he's just dead to me." Let's change it up a little bit. Who here, clap if you know what a ketubah is. Ooh, look at this crowd, so well informed. We have so many people in the audience who love smoked fish. For everybody else, a ketubah is a Jewish marriage contract. And in it, the husband promises to always provide for his wife. And in exchange, the wife promises her unconditional love. So when one of my exes, who is Jewish, told me that we would be signing this legally binding document outlining our roles and responsibilities in the marriage, I told him I wanted to add an addendum to the contract, specifying that should his hairline ever begin to recede, he would be contractually bound to get restorative hair plugs. Because my love is not unconditional. My love has conditions. So I will leave you with this. Shockingly, Ketuba Boy and I did not break up. We ended up staying together and even spent that New Year's Eve together. But I was very, very, very sick, and so instead of going out, we ended up staying in and watching a very romantic movie I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, Gone Girl. Quick refresher, Gone Girl is a cinematic masterpiece in which a genius woman frames her husband for murder after he betrays her by sleeping with another woman. And so at the end of the movie, I lean into my then boyfriend, and he thinks I'm about to tell him how much I love him and appreciate him for being there for me during my time of need. And instead, I whisper in his ear, "If you ever betray me, I will gone girl your ass."